Are you ready for an e-liquid by Disposable Heavyweights Vapes Bars?
Yes.
Introducing the Vapes Bars Ghost Salts e-liquid range.
Wow!
That was it.
That was a strong intro.
I got all the S's in, and I did it strong by whispering.
Yeah. So, this is the problem I have.
Yeah.
The new e-liquid from Vapes Bars.
Do you know,
Ever
since
Bars.
Vapes Bars came about with their first, was it the Ghost? I think it was the Ghost was their first one. I always thought the name was wrong.
Yeah.
It should be Vape Bars or Vapes Bar.
Yeah.
Not Vapes Bars.
Vapes Bars.
Doesn't make sense.
Anyway, logo looks cool.
Yeah, branding's great.
And it's been around for long enough that it's actually a thing now.
And
Vapes Bars.
They are as synonymous with disposables as the very biggest brands out there. The SKEs, the Elf Bars, they are up there with the most synonymous with disposable vapes.
Totally agree. Here's the thing, AJ.
Yeah.
I've got a really strong spec intro to this.
Wow.
What I'd like you to do, put your hands down below and have a little fiddle while I tell them... no, sorry, I should... Put your hand down on this camera.
Yeah.
Have a little fiddle.
Okay.
Maybe do a bit of Debbie McGee. You know?
Yeah, there's very little fiddling I'm going to have to do. So if you could do it quickly...
Because there's not much to say, to be honest.
Because I can't touch the boxes because they're covered in QR codes.
Don't touch the boxes.
Yeah.
Instead, use your beautiful fingers to magically glide on the table.
Okay.
Add some mystique if you like. Maybe drop a cloud behind it.
Maybe just I could just show my new watch.
Don't show your new watch. It's about the... Right, I'm just going to get going.
Yeah.
In front of you on the table, we have this delicious range from Vapes Bars, the Ghost e-liquid. Now, entirely, there are 30 flavors at launch. There are 50/50 Nic Salt in 10ml bottles. They're available in 10 mg and 20 mg. Now, if you're on a disposable currently, that's 1% and 2% nicotine. Now, Vapes Bars actually say these are big flavor, less throat hit as they launch their smoothest Nic Salt range.
Okay, I'm never one for companies deciding what my experience is going to be. I'm just going to say that from the off.
Okay.
So let me be the judge if this is the smoothest salts.
That's the whole kind of premise of what we're doing, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. You be the judge.
Okay.
On smoothness, flavour.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think.
How many flavours did you say were in the range?
I know this is going to be problematic. There's 30.
Right, okay. There's only 5 on the table.
The top 5.
Interesting.
Yeah. Real mix.
Top 5, you've picked Double Apple Carnival Candy Floss, Banana Foam Sweets, Sweet Sherbet Lemon, and Lemon and Lime.
Nice mix.
That's a good mix.
Bit from the whole range.
All the ones that I would pick.
Well, I'm glad you said that because you picked some of them and I picked others of them.
Yes.
And hopefully you like mine and I like yours and we can dive in.
Okay, well, let's just jump in there straight away, I guess. I'm going to go for the Double Apple, which is in a 10 mg. You'll notice that the boxes are huge. They've gone massively into their packaging. And look, to be fair, Vapes Bars is almost all about the aesthetic. They do aesthetic so well.
Yeah, I saw several of their models and the aesthetic was strong at the expo.
I particularly like the models that are aesthetic.
Yeah.
They help enjoy vaping.
They attracted me to the stand initially.
And if Vapes Bars are watching this, perhaps they could send some of those models to help us make the aesthetic of these videos.
Yeah, just for the presenting part.
There's a cupboard we can keep them in.
Yeah.
I'll feed them.
Yeah, well, that's good.
And, if they could come here.
Wait for this, AJ.
Yeah.
Lemon and lime.
Oh, wow. Okay. They have successfully... Now, this isn't going to be for everyone. I'm going to admit this. But they have successfully transferred the experience of a disposable vape into a pod device with these salts. This Double Apple... I mean, that was rubbish.
The tricks haven't been going very well with the lemon and lime.
This Double Apple is exactly like the Double Apple from their Ghost range or the Mary range that they have. And that is absolutely needed for this next generation of vapors.
Yeah.
As we get rid of disposables, they need this.
Straight off, you've got to say, how crazy is the transfer of flavour from the disposable into an e-liquid? My biggest fear for disposable brands is when they move away from disposable, that they're still...
More than the brands, for the vape, the guys that quit smoking with disposables,
yeah,
and then they go to a pod device and they're like, it's not the same. Like,
yeah.
It's not the same.
The crossover, I've still got to be able to recognise them, that their flavour has still got to be as strong, as distinctive as it was in the disposable.
Yeah.
Lemon and lime is all the zesty. You've got way too much power on it there. Which is like literally clouding out the room, full on flavour, but a little bit too much for me if I'm honest. But lemon and lime was amazing in it.
But equally, I've got the double apple 10 mg in a 25 watt 0.6 ohm pod in the new UL GK3, which is probably too much for a salt.
Yeah,
it's amazing. The flavour I'm getting out of it is incredible. So
sweet lemon sherbet is coming up next, AJ. Are you ready for this? I'm going to pull off.
What are you vaping it on there?
I don't really want to go into the device.
You don't?
I mean, because okay. I've worked a bit of magic with this device by trying to plagiarise. So it's actually a fake .aio.
You're such a fake.
Yeah, I mean, what I've done is I've taken. I'm not even going to show it. I've taken the Cthulhu and I've upgraded it into the world of the dot ecosystem.
I'm going to take the sticker off this. I've got the Smock Novo Master on a 0.8 ohm pod, so that's more like it. With the, what am I vaping on? The Carnival Candy Floss, which is a 20 mg.
Oh, my tornadoes are.
Oh,
they're just not what they used to be.
That's a really unusual flavour.
I love that candy floss. I mean, it's a bit of Marmite vape, isn't it? People that are into candy floss really into them.
Yeah, it's kind of fruity. There's like a hint of almost like a berry flavour in there, but it's just all the sweetness and a little bit of cooling at the end.
Well, I've gone full blown zesty yet again. So this is sweet lemon sherbet, following on from lemon and lime. I'm on a zest journey.
I'm disappointed that I'm not on that side because lemon vapes are my favourite.
What I can tell you, AJ, is they're pretty much exactly as what we had in the disposables. There's very little difference, even with the using different devices and seeing how it transfers with different pod systems.
Very
and
vapable.
Stuff.
That's what's great about them. Like,
really
you
good.
Can just
now,
keep going.
Setting up for this, I was going through the pods. The flavour from the pod systems are amazing, considering like you've got these replaceable pod devices here. Yes, they're the latest ones, but put it in on brand new cotton, and I was like, boom, straight away, good. You're into that new disposable experience, but from an e-liquid in a device that you get to keep.
I'm getting equally as good an experience from the 0.8 on the Smock Novo Master as I was from the 0.6 on the UL. It's pretty phenomenal.
I'm jumping in on one of the confusers of the range.
Yeah.
Do you remember the foam banana sweets?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this flavour perfectly mimics that, but it's a confuser because do I want to vape it all day or am I just going to get fat? So in my head, this is really not good.
Or is it a way to lose weight?
It could be. Yeah. Like if you're a bit of a fatty and you just like sweets, too many sweets, like this will perfectly replicate it in a way that tricks your brain that you're just getting fat whilst not actually using loads of calories.
Okay. I was going to say earlier, we got distracted by the models. They come in a huge box and there is just a 10ml bottle inside. So it's literally like half of the box is the e-liquid. The rest is just packaging. And obviously they've done that. So it's got huge shelf appeal. The colours are bright and vibrant. They all have the same kind of footprint as their disposables. It's very clever. So they'll sit in the same place, especially if disposables are phased out like we're expecting them to be.
Well, we've seen quite a few of the big disposable brands now launching e-liquid ranges.
And pods.
So
everyone's
moving.
Pods
is a really exciting crossover. Vapes Bars have absolutely nailed it with the Ghost.
Yeah.
If you're a big fan of those sweet flavors that you get in disposables, here you are. There's everything covered.
Yeah.
If you started off with Vapes Bars, they're the perfect crossover. If you're a little bit bored of what you're vaping and you want to step it up a little bit, try one of these rich flavors. So sweet. You can go for these zesty ones that really freshen up your palate. You can go for, I'm a bit of a fatty and I need to stop eating sweets. And it's a perfect sweet vape.
What's your favorite in that range then so far?
I've got to go with where you started off, the fruity flavors. But for me, particularly the cotton candy. I really like it. I know it's some love it and some hate it. Not everyone's a cotton candy fan. It's not like a grape where you go, oh yeah, I'm a fruit fan. And
I'll agree with you. It's my favorite as well, the candy floss. What I particularly like about it is because the kind of almost zesty fruity part of it is so muted and it's just sweetness. That is definitely an all-day vape, which for very sweet vapes is actually quite rare.
Let me go back to on the end here, the double apple.
The cold is not too cold. It's exactly like you expect from a modern disposable.
The coolness on the double apple, I'd say, is more so. But
yes,
it's, again, we've got to go back to the original Oppenheimer scale.
Oh, the fridge scale.
The fridge scale, where we can refer to this quite clearly as one ice cube.
Is it a small ball or a big ball?
It's the small ball.
Small ball.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. If we're talking about the whiskey ice cubes, it's just one small ball. Which is the perfect blend.
I think so.
Unless you're looking for something more back of the throat. But as Vapes Bars did warn us, this was smooth salt, less throat hit.
Wow.
And that's where it's at.
The smoothest ever, they claim. I don't know if I can say it's the smoothest ever. I've not vaped every one.
Look, until we sort things out with Gene in accounts, constantly on my case. At the moment, yes, there's 30 in the range. We're going to kick off with 5. Maybe I'll take another look at the range later on.
Maybe. But also, if there was 30 here, this video would be 50 minutes long.
That's too long.
And we would be headached, vaped out.
Yeah. We should wrap it up here, but not before we mention this amazing T-shirt I'm wearing.
Wow, that T-shirt's amazing. Where did you get it?
Well, AJ, I've actually come up with this range myself. What happened one day... I was out on the high street and saw there was no T-shirts that I liked.
No way. Then what did you do?
Created my own.
Wow, that's amazing.
Vape-based T-shirts.
Wow.
And guess what? They're not covered in branding.
I wish I could have one that represented my love for clouds.
Oh, well, wait, AJ. Yours says clouds, bro.
Oh, it does.
And you can be cool like us by clicking the link down below and picking yourself up a T-shirt. And all funds raised will go towards my...
porn addiction.
No.
No?
No. There must be a bleep or something. And all funds raised will go towards my benevolence fund.
The benevolence fund.
Yeah. So dig deep. Maybe get yourself a whole new wardrobe.
Are you very benevolent?
What I choose to do with that fund is entirely up to me.
That is kind of the definition. I like it, yeah. And what would you do with it?
I don't want to disclose at this point.
I know.
So that's the end of the video. Quickly go.
So, Pete, that was the Vapes Bars Ghost Salts.
Vapes Bars
Ghost Salts.
Ghost Salts.
Ghost Salts. Were they the smoothest salts?
They were very smooth.
Very smooth.
Were they the smoothest, though? I won't know unless we do loads and loads and loads of juice reviews. And that's a lot of salt to get through.
Yeah, that is a lot of salt.
So for now, what I want to do, I want to plug my T-shirts, make it rain.
Yes, make it rain with T-shirts. Links are below.
And then I'm going to tell them about the like, comment, subscribe stuff because you've got to do that.
You've got to do that. And then channel memberships. Yeah, all that stuff. So until the next time, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
T-shirts.